is now my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Deanna Horton, who is the Minister for Congressional, Public and Intergovernmental Affairs here at the Embassy of Canada. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon Marie, and welcome to everybody. You know, you're at the Canadian Embassy, and which is, of course, the jewel of Arthur Erickson, another Canadian architect. And we have had a long history of, since our inception actually here on Pennsylvania Avenue, because we were very involved with the Pennsylvania Avenue Development Corporation. And so we are part of the renewal of Washington, and we are thrilled to have this location for an embassy. We're the only one in between the White House and the Capitol. And so we truly enjoy our position here and are the envy of many other embassies. So we're happy to be here and happy to make a contribution, as have other Canadian architects in Washington. Moshe Safdie's recently completed Institute of Peace, his Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, you may be familiar with those, and of course Jack Diamond's Sidney Harmon Hall, this building, Douglas Cardinal's involvement with the Museum of the North American Indian, and of course Arena Stage by Bing Thom, which is truly a magnificent example of what you can do when you take the community, the aesthetic, and real functionality into account to create this amazing building. And if you haven't, I'm sure you've all been there, and that's why you're here. But if you haven't, it's amazing, and the women's washrooms are truly spectacular. So now I'd like to introduce Marcel DaCosta, the Executive Director of the National Capital Planning Commission. I invited Mr. DaCosta to the book launch for Bing Thom, and he was at Arena Stage, and I think, like everybody else, he was very enamored with what he saw and inspired, and so maybe that's why we're all here tonight. So, Mr. DaCosta, welcome.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Minister Horton, thank you for hosting us at this wonderful facility. It's a great honor to have this event here at the Canadian Embassy. And on behalf of the National Capital Planning Commission, I'd like to welcome you to tonight's event with our speaker tonight, Bing Thom. Tonight's conversation with Mr. Thom focuses our attention on an issue that's very important to our community. It's really exploring the importance of mid-century architecture, modernism, in our city. And really, we're having discussions today about what to preserve, what's important about this very important piece of our architecture, our vocabulary in the city, while we're also having a discussion about sustainability and an engaging public streetscape and a lively public realm. So what can we learn from those examples? What can we do to improve those areas of our city, such as the southwest side of Washington, D.C., while preserving its heart and soul? So I think that's one of the discussions that we hope to have tonight with Mr. Thom. And it's really, the southwest part of D.C. is one of our nation's most fully realized urban renewal plans. And I think the southwest side of the city is the ideal backdrop for tonight's conversation. It really is a distinctive place. I.M. Pei developed the initial urban renewal plan, which replaced much of the dense urban fabric in the southwest side with modernist designs, which basically encouraged buildings in park-like settings. And really what happened was there was a showcase of architectural genius, of beauty, through a who's who of mid-century designers. Modernists such as Charles Goodman, who designed the River Park Mutual Homes, Harry Weiss, who designed the original Arena Stage, Morris Lapidus, who designed the Capitol Skyline Hotel, Marcel Breuer, who designed the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. And that's just some of the people and key architects who designed remarkable buildings in this area. But even though there was an ambitious vision for the Southwest, it really fell short in a few areas. There was a lot of bold experimentation and departure from classic urbanism. And while the buildings and the streetscape were really innovative and stylistic. It really left much of the area, much of the public realm lifeless. The area was really lacking a lot of the public amenities that you would seek in many other parts of our city. And perhaps most controversial of all, virtually all of Southwest's original residents and businesses were evicted as part of this urban renewal plan. But more recently, we've seen a resurgence in interest in this area because of its unique character and its really desirable location, which has attracted a new wave of very innovative development and renovation. So today we're seeing new large projects such as Waterfront Station around the Metro Station, and the radical redesign and overhaul of the Southwest waterfront itself. But nothing really signals the community's turnaround more visibly than the new arena stage designed by tonight's very special guest, Canadian architect Bing Thom. His stunning complex has garnered praise not just for its inspired spaces and forms, but for the role that it plays in the community. In addition to arena stage, Bing has provided produced a worldwide portfolio of built work and gained a stellar reputation for his innovative balance of contemporary design and urbanism. A Hong Kong native, his successful architecture practice and stunning designs are testament to his achievement, as are his scores of awards of excellence. And some of the examples are the Golden Jubilee Medal for service to his country, the Order of Canada, the country's highest honor for his contributions to architecture, and most recently his firm was awarded the 2010 Architectural Firm of the Year Award from the Royal Architectural Institute of Canada. So tonight we've asked Bing to discuss his work in Washington, including the Arena Stage Project and the Randall School, and also to explore how we balance future development in the Southwest with preservation of this community's very special physical legacy of mid-century modern design. So please join me in giving Bing a very warm welcome to our nation's capital.